Dalek Alpha was once a regular Dalek like any other, but during a complicated gambit engineered by the Emperor Dalek to attempt to isolate the Dalek factor and spread it across the universe, this Dalek was assigned alongside two of its fellows to be test subjects for experiments in the human factor, in the hope that isolating this factor would make it easier for the Daleks to define and isolate its opposite. The second Doctor was captured by the Daleks and ordered to complete the human factor experiments, and he was successful in imbuing the three Daleks with human-like qualities, in the process giving them jovial and childlike personalities. The Doctor named the three Daleks Alpha, Beta and Omega, and taught them about concepts they had never experienced before, such as playing games and making friends. This act unintentionally spiralled into a devastating conflict for the Daleks, as the human factor not only made Daleks Alpha, Beta and Omega rebellious and prone to questioning orders, but their personalities began to spread to other Daleks in the regime, eventually culminating in a brief but destructive civil war that ravaged the Dalek city on Chyro and left the Emperor Dalek, believed to be the elusive Dalek Prime, on the verge of death. Dalek Alpha survived this conflict and managed to flee Chyro along with many of the humanized Daleks, who later established a colony on the planet Chyro, where they were free to explore their newfound humanity, creating art and a culture of their own, as well as developing their abilities that had gone unused when they were regular Daleks, such as their latent psychokinetic abilities. Alpha matured and developed during this time and was installed as leader of the colony, vowing to keep the existence of his people a secret both from the Daleks and from any other sentient life in the universe in order to ensure their survival. They kept their city hidden underground even when human colonists settled on the planet. Unbeknownst to Alpha and the other humanized Daleks, they had actually been lured to the planet Chyro by Cataphobus, a monstrous telepathic parasite who wanted to feed on the humanized Dalek's psychic abilities in order to increase its own strength. Cataphobus used its powers to disable a human submersible, which crashed on the seabed, forcing the humanized Daleks to intervene and save the passengers, one of whom was the 8th Doctor, who the Daleks recognised as their saviour. Dalek Alpha met with the Doctor and explained the history of his city, demonstrating the devotion to pacifism that his Daleks maintained, and also the progress they had made in practicing their psychokinetic abilities, which gave them the ability to fly. He also explained the situation regarding his people's secrecy, and though the Doctor protested, he was eventually forced to concede that Dalek Alpha had a point. Any attempt to introduce themselves to the human colonists would likely be seen as an attempt at deception, evidenced by the other surviving passengers who were still distrustful of Alpha, and even if they were accepted into human society, that would increase the likelihood of them being detected by the main Dalek Empire, who would likely prioritise destroying them. The Doctor gave Dalek Alpha his word that he would not attempt to contact the humans on the surface, but he secretly harboured some doubts and wanted to help both sides, as he objected to the idea of the humans being held in the Dalek city against their will. However, there still remained the mystery of the downed human submarine. The Doctor was curious to discover who or what had attacked the craft, since Alpha's Daleks weren't responsible. Alpha agreed that unravelling that mystery would be key to getting the human passengers to trust him, and so with the Doctor's help, the Daleks were able to identify elusive EM signatures which led them to Cataphobus' lair. Cataphobus captured both Alpha and the Doctor, and attempted to manipulate the Dalek leader into believing that he was their benefactor, attempting to protect them from the wrath of both the humans and other Daleks. The Doctor told Alpha not to listen, and to trust him instead, but Cataphobus revealed the Doctor's deception to Alpha, confirming the Doctor had attempted to make contact with humans on the surface. Enraged at this betrayal, Alpha attacked the Doctor, who insisted that he was attempting to help both sides find a peaceful resolution. During their brief scuffle, Alpha fired at the Doctor but missed, hitting Cataphobus instead. This enraged the creature, and he emerged before the human Dalek city and declared his intention to harvest their psychokinetic energy to feed himself. Refusing to be reduced to simple drones for another evil overlord, and understanding that Cataphobus intended on destroying the human colony once his feeding cycle was complete, Alpha made the ultimate sacrifice and ordered his forces to self-destruct, which killed Cataphobus and saved the Doctor and the humans, but at the cost of killing Alpha and every single humanized Dalek in the city. Ultimately, the story of Dalek Alpha is one of hope and tragedy. His existence proves that under the right circumstances, the Daleks could change for good. Like Dalek Sec, Alpha undergoes a significant transformation after taking on human qualities, and he went on to lead his people to great heights by championing concepts of tolerance, respect, honour, diligence, and fairness that are considered to be weaknesses by other Daleks. Had the human Dalek society survived, it would likely have gone on to surpass the Dalek Empire in every conceivable meaningful way, as evidenced by their impressive art, architecture, and enhanced psychokinetic capabilities. But sadly, the story of the humanized Daleks ended in tragedy, as they chose to destroy themselves rather than allow Cataphobus to feed on them. Yet there is a glimmer of hope. Alpha and the rest of the humanized Daleks may be gone, but there is still a chance that Daleks like them will emerge one day. And there are many other examples of Daleks that have, through various means, been capable of seeing beyond the limited scope of their conditioning. There is still hope that the final end of the Daleks will not be destruction, but reformation. After all, as the Doctor says at the end of Genesis of the Daleks,
"You see, I know that although the Daleks will create havoc and destruction for millions of years, I know also that out of their evil must come something good."
What do you think of Dalek Alpha and the humanized Daleks? Have you read Children of the Revolution? Would you like to see a story like it adapted for TV? Do you think we'll ever see any reformed Daleks like Alpha show up in the series in the future? Let me know in the comments below.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to
Dalek Bumps.